If you've been stuck trying to figure out how to make sales in your business, well, I'm here to help you. I'll never forget what it was like for me just starting out as an entrepreneur, knowing that the possibilities of income were limitless, but really not having a blueprint on how to make those sales. I saw all the gurus do it and scale their businesses to 6 and 7 figures. And because I didn't come from a family of business owners, I was trying to figure out how to do this on my own. But it wasn't until I tapped into someone who I believe is changing the game when it comes to making sales and making them with integrity that I really understood that what I figured out by mistakes, failure, and just plain blessings, that is actually not a by happenstance formula. It's an actual formula that can be duplicated and replicated. And I'm excited to share it with you. And the reason why I'm so excited to share it with you is because I know what it's like to have a little bit of clients and figuring out how I'm going to pay the bills at the end of the month. And I also know what it's like to close $100,000 worth of sales in a month, okay? By having high ticket products that range in price from $15,000 all the way up to $30,000. So I've been where you are, and trust me, this conversation about sales is going to change everything that you've thought about as it pertains to your business.
Selling is hard. The number one reason selling is hard is because you want them to buy. That is the number one mistake new salespeople make in selling. They want the people to buy. Now, one of the reasons sales is easy for me, I am not vested. I don't pretend I don't care if they don't buy. I actually don't care.
And that's what I love about this guy, Myron Golden. He literally changes your perspective on how you should approach your selling experience. You should move from a place of inspiration, not desperation. When he talks about he really just doesn't care what the outcome is in terms of a sales conversation, I believe that that is a great philosophy to have. Once you disconnect yourself from the outcome, you are more likely to be bold and confident in how you negotiate within the sales conversation. You're not desperate, but if they do buy, great. If they don't, it's okay. It's not no, but next. So have that attitude of disassociation because you know the value that you bring to the table, and no one is going to make you discount your prices because you're so desperate to make the sale.
Now, how can I say I don't care if they buy? I'm in sales. I'm out talking to people. I'm making presentations, but I'm saying I don't care if they buy. I'm saying I don't care if they buy because I understand a law called the law of averages. And the law of averages says out of every X number of presentations I do, I'm going to make Y number of sales. For everybody, that average is going to be different. So for some people, that law of averages is going to say, well, for every 10 presentations I make, I'm going to make 1 sale. For somebody else, it's every 20 presentations I make, I'm going to make 1 sale. For another person, it's every 30. For one person, it might be for every 4 presentations I make 1 sale. Well, here's what's really cool. You can increase your average through a concept called pre-indoctrination. Pre-indoctrination sounds, but it's not. So think about the word doctrine. What does the word doctrine mean? The word doctrine means teaching. So indoctrine means teaching that's inside them. So if you can teach them something about the result they desire, not about your stuff, not about your product, not about your offer, not about your service, but if you can teach them something about the transformation they're already looking for, before you make them the offer, the likelihood of them saying yes to the offer increases exponentially.
That was good, wasn't it? So this whole idea of pre-indoctrination means that you have to put out content to the marketplace that teaches them about something before you make the offer to buy your product, to get your course, to come to your event. So let's talk about pre-indoctrination and how that can be applied to your business right now. Well, first of all, you have to come up with a content strategy. So your post cannot just be about buy from me, this is what I've got, and this is how I do it. But instead, it should speak to the results that your product creates. For example, amongst the services that I provide, helping individuals write books and also land TEDx talks and create digital courses, when I focus on my offer of writing a book, I don't say, hey, this is why you should write a book, or this is how I help you write a book in 90 days or less. No, what I focus on is the outcome, the experience of feeling like you finally shared your story, that you finally put out your expertise, all of that great feeling that a person has on the inside once they've met that milestone. That's what I share, right? I share that first. For example, I tend to post 2 to 3 times a day. And so my morning post would be something of inspiration, right? I'll never forget my client who had spent 25 years collecting journals of content from her life and depressing moments and great moments. And her bed was so packed with these dusty journals that at a certain point she felt frustrated. She's like, what am I going to do to share the wisdom that I've gained after all these years with the people who I know will be impacted by it? And that's when she reached out to me. And she took 25 years of content and turned that into a best-selling book with our help. Right? So I spoke about the process, but in my post, I'm going to speak about the feeling that she felt when she got her book in hand, right? That feeling was like, wow, I did it. So I'll even give an anecdote when, after 25 years of journaling, Tiffany gave one of the most excited screams of her life when she finally put her book in her hand. That's a feeling that I want everyone to experience at some point in their life. And that's it, right? I just focused on the feeling that she felt. Similarly, so that is pre-indoctrination, focusing on the desires that a person wants and that they get as a result of your product or service. So it's absolutely vital that you start creating content that people can be introduced to you long before you ask for a sale. Pre-indoctrination can be done on platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, all of your most popular social media channels. And the best part about it is that you don't have to make something up. Just put yourself in the position of your future client and think about what their long-term feelings and desires are. What will their life be like as a result of your service? How will they feel on the inside? What will their confidence level be like, right? Understand that the dream outcome of your client is what's going to make them gravitate toward your offer when you present it to them. So create content so that they can choose you every single time. Let's hear what Myron has to say about this.
We're not even halfway through the 10th month yet, and our business has generated over $15 million in revenue, and we've spent $0 on ads. Do you know why? Because we have a YouTube channel that gets, I'm going to look it up. So I'm going to tell you the truth. We have a YouTube channel that gets about 2.1 million views a month, which is about, on the 9th, we got 78,000 video views on the 9th of October. 78,000 video views. Now, when I'm talking about pre-indoctrination, what I'm really talking about is you becoming more familiar to the people that you sell to. You're less likely to buy something from a person that you just met than you are somebody you feel like you know. Now, if you know them too well, you're probably not going to buy from them either. Just keeping it real. But you need to feel like you know them enough to believe they're credible, and then know them enough to believe they have your best interest in mind. And you have to believe on some level they are better at getting the result you lack than you are.
I cannot emphasize this enough. You have to show up. You have to be known. And I know that sometimes it's uncomfortable. Listen, I felt the discomfort of putting on the camera many times. But the truth is that if they don't see you, how can they choose you? If they don't know you exist, how can they get what you have to offer? So you must get rid of whatever fear, whatever anxiety you're facing when it comes to putting on the camera, posting, right? Some of us are guilty of posting and ghosting, and really just show up, because you see what is waiting for you on the other side of getting over that. I know it's a real fear, but listen, face that fear in the face and do it anyway.
So I don't sell stuff on my YouTube channel. And that, like, in general, I mean, every now and then we might promote a challenge or something.
Now, I got to shout out Myron again, because every month he does this challenge. It's called the Make More Offers Challenge. And if you have not been a part of that, listen, I put a link in the description below. And yes, we're partners. I'm affiliated, so it will be my link. But what I want you to know is that everything that you just got from this video, I know that it's been mind-blowing, because for me, it was a game changer. But the challenge is over the course of 5 days, and it is going to change everything that you thought you knew in your business and shift it around. And it's going to be something that challenges you, but it's easy to implement. It's just taking the knowledge that he's gained over the course of his career, helping clients really accelerate their success and have 6-figure days, okay? And if you want that type of success, then I encourage you to be a part of the Make More Offers Challenge and just apply what you learn, because I'm not an information junkie. I used to suffer from that, but I don't want you to be just consuming information. I want you to implement. And so if you are ready to implement, then just hop right down in the description and you can get started with the Make More Offers Challenge. So do not wait. Make sure you get your spot on the Make More Offers Challenge, and I'll see you there.
But I don't generally sell things. I'll probably do 10 to 20 content value-based videos on YouTube for every one time somebody sees me do a promotion. I mean, wrap your minds around that. So there's this research called the Dunbar research where they discovered that a person has to spend 7 hours with you before they feel like they know you, like you, and trust you enough to buy something from you. And see, unfortunately for you, you're trying to sell the person as soon as they meet you. And it's like saying, "Hi, my name is Myron. Will you marry me?" No, bro, I just met you. Are y'all tracking? Now, the day that I met my wife, I went back to my dorm and I told my brother, I met the girl today I'm going to marry. But if I'd have told the girl that, I'd have had to marry somebody else, because it'd have been over before it got started. How many of y'all tracking? Okay. How many hours are there in a day? 24. Or it depends on whose day. Now, my indoctrination days are long. How long are they? On the 11th, we had 10,641 hours on the 11th. So my days, my indoctrination days, have thousands of hours in them. So people are watching me for thousands of hours. Do you think they feel like they know me? I'm going to tell you how much they feel like they know me. People I've never met call me Uncle Myron. I'm just saying. Okay, wait a minute. The 21st of September, that day had 18,378 hours in it, in one day. That's how much time people spent watching my, and here's what's cool. I ain't trying to sell them anything. Why? Because I know I don't have to. When the farmer plants the seed in the ground, he doesn't go out there every day and say, "You gonna grow or not?" The farmer does what the farmer does, and he trusts the soil and the sun and the water to do what only the sun, the soil, and the water can do. When I go on YouTube, I ain't trying to get anything from anybody.
That is golden right there. Your only job is to create so much value that individuals are running and chasing you down, wanting to do business with you, because you've already built up the trust, you've already built up the value, and now they're like, "I need you in my life." And that is the best way to build your business and to attract your ideal clients so that you can truly be happy serving and doing what you love most.
And then I get all excited about it, and then people, "Oh my goodness, that thing changed my life." And then they say, "I can't believe he's teaching this stuff for free." You know what that means? When somebody says, "I can't believe he's teaching this stuff for free," you know what that means? That means I feel like I owe him. I don't feel like they owe me, but I don't mind them feeling like they owe me. And so when they find something that I have for sale, the thought that comes to their mind, if this man helped me this much for free, I can only imagine how much he's going to help me if I pay him. Ta-da. You know what I call YouTube? You know what I call my YouTube channel? The content on my YouTube channel? I think it's like 416 or 420 videos. You know what I call that? That's my community service content. That's the stuff I put out into the world just to help people, even if I never meet them, if they never pay me a dime. I'm okay with it. Why? Because I understand the law of the farm. What is the law of the farm? Every deed is a seed. Every word is a seed. Every thought is a seed. Every dollar is a seed that I'm sowing into the garden of my future. If I sow good seeds, it's impossible for me not to reap a good harvest. It's impossible for me not to reap a good harvest. Are y'all tracking? And so I just sow good seeds, sow good seeds, sow good seeds, sow good seeds. I literally put up a video. Watch this now. I put up a video every day on YouTube. Every day. Either a long form or short form video. Every day on YouTube. I give the people who want to hear from me something to hear from me. Every day. You don't have to be that obsessive. I'm just obsessive. What can I say? But I only make like a big offer once a month. Wrap your mind around that. In a 31-day month, they get 30 days of community service. They get 31 days of community service. One offer. See, we've all heard it said that an educated customer is going to be your best customer. We've all heard that. But when was the last time you watching this video, you in this room, when was the last time you wrote a book that solved the problem of your ideal client? And all they had to do was read the book and it helped them.
So my background is in public relations, and I've worked with NFL and NBA clients, helping them to get media attention on some of their biggest events. And what I noticed is that the media wants to cover professionals who are doing big things, but their time slots for news coverage is limited. And so what they're looking for is who is the best person that represents this idea, that can tell this story, and that people actually want to watch. So even though some of the clients that I represented had some big names behind them, it was still difficult at times to get them coverage because of those priority items that these news reporters have on their agenda. Why do I say that? I say that because if you're looking to get the attention of your ideal client, you must have content that's associated with your thought leadership, right? And the book, as Myron said, is one of the best ways to package your expertise in such a way that they can easily consume it and know that you are the person who can help them solve their problem. Oh my gosh. If you're watching this and you need specific help, then reach out to me. But I wanted to do exactly what I practice, which is to create value so that you can get over that very important branding issue, which is not having your thought leadership in a book.
This book right here, I got a guy in Canada. English is his second language. French is his first language. He read this book. He said, Myron, I read the book. I did what was in the book. This is a terrible French accent, I know. Don't judge me. Pray for me. I did what was in the book. I parlez-vous dans my français. Okay, I'm done. I made $800,000 in the last 2 months. I did what was in the book. Guess what else he did? He came and bought my $155,000 inner circle. I didn't have to go knock on his door. I didn't have to ask him. He said, you helped me so much in that book. I want to give you some of this money so you can help me make some more. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? See, what I realize, I'm not in a hurry to make a sale. You're in such a hurry to make a sale, you're chasing people away. You know what I do? Put out content. You know what else I do? I wait for them to come looking for me. Here's what I know. See, here's what's amazing. People, they don't really like me enough to buy something because I need to make a sale. So me needing to make one is not going to do anybody any good. It ain't going to do me any good. It ain't going to do them any good. So I might as well just look out for them. And if I look out for them long enough, they're going to come looking for me so they can pay me for some more. Here's what I realized. I realized that there are already in the world right now hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who would love to pay me. Millions of people who would love to pay me if they only knew I existed and had their solution.
That's a mindset shift right there. There are people who are waiting to pay you if only they knew you existed. That's the power of the book. It can go into places and in spaces that you have not been. It is your advocate when you have left the room. It is your conversion long after you've left the stage. It's your ambassador. It's going to open up opportunities for you on your behalf because the value that you present in your book, it makes sense for those who need it, right? So take it from us, take it from Myron. You absolutely need a book in your hand right now.
And see, the reason I make so much money and we make so many sales is because I don't go looking for those people. I make myself so findable that they stumble upon me and ask this question: where have you been my whole life? And you're so worried about what you think somebody's going to think about the sound of your voice or how your hair looks or how you look or how much you weigh, you won't put any content out for the marketplace to serve them.
So I expect that by now you recognize that you are one video, one post away from unlocking everything that waits on the other side for you, which is more sales, more impact, more influence, and really working with those clients that you absolutely love and who will absolutely love you too. You just have to put yourself out there more. Show up and shine. And listen, you can't fail. The only thing worse than failing is not trying at all. And I'm here to support you. I'm Chantel. I am a life and business strategist. And listen, I am here for you. I am here to support you if you're just starting your business, if you are scaling, or if you're just trying to stabilize your business and get it back into focus. Be sure to read the description below. Join us for the Make More Offers Challenge. And I can't wait to see you grow.